Hey, welcome, friends, to the IronheartS Tomb of Annihilation, where nerds and creatives play Dungeons and Dragons. Thank you for joining us. I am Captain Zach, the GM for our bi-weekly ongoing home campaign turned broadcast. Thank you for joining us on our 8th Ironheart session of 2022. Tonight's session is live on twitch.tv/nerdcraftlv. Please level up our channel by following us on Twitch. We're only a few followers away from our goal. You can talk to our producer, Semantics, in Twitch chat, or after the session, drop me a line via email, ironhearts@nerdcrafty.com. I'm here with my best friends for more than 20 years, the players for the Ironheart. Say hello, Weston.
Howdy, y'all. I'm Weston Lee Ball, actor, artist, musician, and a bunch of blah, blah, blah. You can find me at Lava Submersible on Instagram and TikTok. Ronnie.
Hey, my name's Ronnie, and I'm playing the character of Bluegill Billy. And I have an art page called MS Paint Trash, and it's on Instagram and Facebook. You can look it up if you want to. Hey, Ryan.
Hey, Ronnie. He does have an art page called MS Paint Trash. I've been a proud patron for several years, and he didn't even realize until very recently. So...
I had a second realization that I remembered you telling me that you subscribed a couple of years ago.
But Weston, I do want to point out that you missed an opportunity to reply to Zach with a "Hello, Weston," and the fact that you squandered it actually harms our friendship. But either way, I'll be playing Julian tonight, and I will try not to miss any opportunities for terrible dad jokes. And I think that's all we have in attendance right now. So, Zach, back to you.
Yeah, hopefully Shane and Matt will be joining us later as AFK and Parashar, respectively. I do have a sore throat tonight, so I'm just going to be working through it. We're always up to mischief here at Nerdcrafty. You can check out our latest podcast, Ignore the Bird, Follow the River, where we've got an episode. On our latest one, we do a teaser trailer reaction and breakdown, so check those out. We've also got an episode with Willow RPG sourcebook writer Alan Varney. Absolute pleasure to talk to him. We also celebrated Tabletop Day 2022 recently. We had some awesome panelist discussions. Legal Kimchi, Mads, Zach the Drac, Matt Dungeon Glitch, a couple one-offs. It's about 7 hours of live content, which you can find now on the Nerdcrafty Network YouTube channel. Nerdcrafty creators are available for hire. Visit nerdcrafty.com to get in contact with our writers and artists, game masters like myself. We're very passionate about what we do. Before we get to today's session, I did want to let everyone know it's Ronnie's birthday today. Happy birthday, Ronnie. Thanks for taking time.
Thank you, guys.
Seriously, man, thanks for taking time out of your special day to be with us and play some D&D. I feel like it's a gift for all of us.
Hell yeah.
This is our last session for a while. We're going to be taking our summer break soon, and we will be returning August 14th. There's one other person I wanted to recognize tonight before we begin our session. We all work hard here and love playing this game. We have been for years, me and my players, but none of it could be broadcast or have any production value at all without the time, money, and effort from our producer, the founder and creative director of Nerdcrafty, Samantha Lane. So everyone, if you don't mind joining me, a little song before we play tonight. For she's a jolly good fellow. For she's a jolly good fellow.
For she's a jolly good fellow.
Which nobody can
deny. We need to work on our unity there, guys.
No, I like it. The Discord second delay, like row your boat, where you you start the second verse.
I'll allow it.
Also, none of us knew that song was going to happen.
Yeah, it was a totally surprise to everyone, but I felt like we should do something. Yeah, and we can't legally, I think, without paying some money, do a birthday song, so...
Oh, I think that's in the public domain now.
Yeah, public domain.
Oh, really?
It got there, finally, yeah.
Well, maybe
But
We don't have to do
it'll
the
come up.
Chili's happy birthday thing.
I
So-
might
Yeah, that's
I might
true.
mysteriously disappear if you sing "Happy Birthday" to me, but
Yeah.
unless you
Very
sing it to Bluegill Billy.
Well, maybe we'll do that at the end of the night because tonight I want to get on with the session. So we will return in just a moment, and when we do, we'll begin tonight's session of the IronheartS, the Tomb of Annihilation.
Life is undone. The magic of revival stripped away. An ancient evil whispers its revenge from the deepest jungles of Chult. It will take those with an iron heart to face what lies within the Tomb of Annihilation. Bjorn Thunderfoot, founder of the IronheartS, is an Ursa hailing from the Northland's icy frontier.
I did not have a dream. This is who Archie told me to go meet, a woman named Syndra Sylvain.
Pip Ponderowski, bard of the Brevi art movement, was raised in Zobek at the metropolitan crossroads of trade and civilization.
That sounds like something we would love to help you with. Musharib, consider yourself hired.
Anita Kinami, Phaedon Pin, Kainshin Podokai, navigator to the Dark Messenger, valedictorian of Bemia's Academy of the Arcane Arts.
I have teleportation circle. They said anywhere but here. I can get you anywhere that's not here.
Raggle Rock, cleric to Chengdi, is an orphaned dragonborn who has become a gnome in the name of God and good.
She would make us get the eye and then kill us all before we came back. I believe that with all my heart.
Sergeant Bluegill Billy of the Port Nyanzaru Authority is a native Batra born and raised by the Bluegills tribe of Chult.
I think I could raise Chompy. Easy, Chompy.
Captain Julian Alvari, the bloody mess of the Dark Messenger.
So if a two-man canoe is a goat, then we need 10 goats? We don't have 10 goats. I'm reasonably sure.
What villainous, whispered one, lies at the heart of the death curse? And who will return from its soul-mongering when the iron hearts of Midgard delve unto the Tomb of Annihilation?
Welcome back. Having discovered Camp Righteous, the IronheartS continued their investigation of the Shrine of Crocodile and Man, retrieving the alchemist's jug from inside and surviving the goblin ambush that followed. Then, a nature spirit revealed itself, a Chewinga with symbols and voice of the recently sacrificed Lieutenant Rel. Parashar has a sudden memory, spring of a Chewinga helping him discover the Dryad of Chult, Soyomande, who planted a sapling in his brain, calling it World Tree Parashar. Ignoring their doubts and trusting their insight, the IronheartS followed the Chewinga into a tree and were magically transported to another tree miles away at Camp Vengeance. Though not initially trusted by its inhabitants, the IronheartS introduced themselves to the commander of the camp, Niles Breakbone Jr., a scarred man with a harsh cough and demeanor. Breakbone stated that his father fell with Camp Righteous, forcing Breakbone Jr. and the other survivors to establish this Camp Vengeance, further down the River Soshenstar. The IronheartS brought news of the fall of Nyanzaru, which Breakbone tried and failed to keep secret. The IronheartS also spoke with Redzepi on the Sending Stone in an attempt to speak with Wakanga Otamu. The IronheartS also met the lieutenants Perne, a soft-spoken priestess of the Order of the Gauntlet, and Ord Firebeard, a dwarf that thirsts for battle, as well as Sister Sias, a bubbly priestess and doctor of the camp. AFK, using invisibility and message, spoke with the prisoner Artis Simber in secret. Julian later approached Pernay, beseeching her to appeal to Breakbone's declining reason, to which she was later imprisoned. The party also discovered, while Julian was on watch, that Breakbone and Firebeard had been consuming dancing monkey fruit. The Ironhearts do what they can for the people. Pip trying to raise spirits, AFK using the jug of alchemy to make iodine, and Chompy scaring the goats. After a safe rest by a warm fire, their first in Chult, the Ironhearts wake with liberation on their mind. Niles Breakbone has been deemed unfit for rule, and Pernay is selected by Julian Alvari as an ideal replacement. As these plans are formulated, Chip the Avon and Anit the Priestess declare that they feel they are better suited to protecting Camp Vengeance than traversing Chult, entrusting the Ironhearts to locate the Forgotten City and end the death curse. Musharib, reminding the Ironhearts of their blood oath, states that he will continue to travel with them to Omu. Anit and the Ironhearts discuss the best way to accomplish the change in leadership needed at Camp Vengeance, Anit vying for more forethought and diplomacy than the Ironhearts had initially planned. So, as the sun rises on the snowy, windy Camp Vengeance, Ironhearts, you are in your tent. You are discussing a change in leadership. What exactly would you like to do?
Ryan, we're missing what you're saying. Are you muted?
Thank you. I
apparently
thought
am.
it was me.
No, not just you. But based on my knowledge of mutinies, being on the other side of one, pretty bad, I think we should probably go first thing in the morning. Right as our quarry awakens. I don't see a boat to strand him on, but you know, there's some cages over there. That should do the trick for the moment. What say you, Ironhearts?
I'm partial
Yeah.
to strapping him to a tree in the woods.
I don't think that's our place there, Parashar, but all the same, I like the spirit.
You know, it's not quite up to us to decide whether or not this person lives or dies, but we can help this community by trying to improve their ability to govern themselves, organize themselves as a small community, and hopefully for the better of all of them. This definitely seems like a very unsafe conditions for all of these folks, and you know, there's not much we can do but give them a better fighting chance. Where I stand, I think, Julian, I think you've got the right idea, my friend.
I think it's what Sharon would have wanted to do. He's my best friend.
Well then, suppose there's nothing for it. How much longer do we have until dawn?
So it's morning right now.
Goddamn. Well, I guess we go now then.
I can.
Rope them up, throw them in a cage, and tell everyone the camp is actually theirs now. and that maybe they shouldn't starve, and that their leadership's been on hard drugs for some time now.
Well, Cap, if it'd help, I could make you invisible so that it might help us to try and do this as non-violently as possible.
So I can sneak up invisibly and non-violently punch him on the back of the head until he's unconscious.
I mean, just so it doesn't escalate past, an individual combat situation to, maybe some people who might still be supportive of him, even in his delusional leadership. I think trying to quickly get him behind bars and let them know there is a change of leadership happening, and hopefully for a more democratic future for the rest of them.
Aye. Sounds pretty reasonable. Then, invisible it is. I trust my crew to have my back, but I think I'm the best equipped to knock someone out quickly and with a minimum of fuss.
Well, we're waiting.
All right. Sorry, going for it.
He's almost like tapping his foot, arms crossed, like eyeing the tent flap. Not so much for completing. Well, he wants this done so he can get the hell out and get moving to the lake.
See, and I Parashar is to me practically an ent. Like this is a remarkable level of impatience for him.
It is.
Yeah, you see Pip just standing there with a paintbrush, just like trying to. Guys, I'm trying to concentrate. All right, and kind of whips off all of the ink off of his brush, and with a single tap on Julian's forehead, is like this almost like drop of invisibility that begins at the forehead and covers his body. All right, you got an hour, Cap. Get to it.
All right, I'll get to punching. So, Julian's gonna let's see. Presumably, somebody's going to walk into the tent, and so he's gonna tailgate on them. Oh, that's okay. I can punch.
Just so you know, before you leave, Captain, you will be visible again once you do an attack on anything.
Now that just that sounds decidedly inconvenient.
Well,
how
strike quickly, time up, get him in the cage.
Aye.
Once we see you come out of the tent, we'll have your back.
Aye, or if I fail to come out in a reasonable amount of time, I could probably use some assistance.
You betcha.
All right, so Julian is going to tailgate behind whoever is gonna bring in Mr. Breakbones breakfast. Zach, you look skeptical about our plan.
The food.
Anit already voiced her concerns last session, so she just kind of looks concerned at you all and says, "Peaceful change in power, peaceful change in leadership," and stays in the tent with you guys as you leave invisibly. No, it's already happened. She just mutters to herself. And you do see one of the men approaching the tent for the commander and his lieutenants. And you get behind him, sneak in behind the person bringing breakfast. Go ahead and make a stealth check. You have advantage since you can't be seen, but you still can be heard or smelled or otherwise perceived.
All right, so looks like a 21 on that.
The captain is like kind of like he's got these big, almost Joker-esque like laugh lines, and he looks over and grabs the breakfast and gestures at the soldier to leave and shares some of it with Ord. Firebeard, the two get up to their table as they start moving little tokens on their battle map. And I'm not going to be doing Niles Breakbone's voice just because my throat is sore. So he says to Firebeard, "How much left in the crate?" And Firebeard cracks open a crate that says on it "weapons and supplies," ruffles through, and he says, "Only a couple nights worth, depending on how much we indulge." And Breakbone says, "We'll need to send another team out for more. Send to the ones that know how to keep a secret." Aye. And they start eating their breakfast and moving tokens on the battle map.
Julian invisibly ponders because he is invisible. and thinks, peaceful change of leadership. Scandal? Oh. So he notices the crate, and he takes out his rapier, Ravenwing, and readies a slash in the tent, followed by kicking the crate out of the tent. Again, invisibly.
Okay. You do get 3 attacks, so I'll allow 3 quick actions. So you first slice a hole in the tent, it sounds like.
Yep. Then I kick the crate out of the tent and kick the crate open.
Okay.
And as a free action, yell in a high voice, "Oh my god, it's a crate of dancing monkey fruit!"
Oh, Pip pitches on immediately.
Yes.
Pitches on immediately. Oh my goodness! Dancing monkey fruit coming from out the captain's tent? Oh my god, what a scandal! Everybody look at the captain, been doing drugs! That leader, oh my goodness, we ought to throw him in bars! We need to change the leadership around here!
Sounds like we should put it all to a vote, Camp!
Oh my god. And you hear Parashar, here.
Someone looks, just another soldier looks at another soldier. When did we get a town crier?
You invited a bard in. You get what you ask for, friend.
Wake me up when we get a town John crier.
The camp is chaos as a crowd starts to form around the tent as glittering dancing monkey fruit, which has this kind of purple pink dimpled look to it, and starts spilling out some glittery juices. The crate lid that says weapons and supplies out on full display as Julian, your invisibility ends, and Pip and Parashar are next to you, crying out to everyone. Commander Breakbone and Firebeard come out of the tent. What is this? What's going on? Firebeard pulls out his weapon instinctively, and they look to you 3.
What's going on with you, monkey fruit man?
It appears some of your supplies have fallen out of your tent. This looks like an awkward situation. I sure wouldn't want to be in your shoes right now. I mean, I wouldn't captain a ship on dancing monkey fruit, but what do I know? I'm just a salty sea dog who doesn't have, you, you know, citrus is about the limit of fruit we have on the high seas, and even then, gets pretty dicey.
Captain's got a
Look.
great point here.
I do have an excellent point. Thank you.
Whatever, whoever. Whoops. Sorry.
Yeah, what's going on here? You ought to explain yourselves. That's what's going on here. I mean, this actually explains a whole lot that y'all don't need to say nothing about. Like, why your camp's all sick? Why y'all don't have enough food? Why y'all aren't taking care of all of the people that live here? I don't know. Why people go locked up in bars just because they disagree with you. You little despot, you petty little despot.
I assume that Pip is gradually, like, edging closer and getting all up in their face. Is that accurate?
People are, like, placing blocks underneath of him so that he can stand up a little bit higher. Sister Sias approaches. Now, let's all be calm. Commander, I have placed something at the very top of my to-do list. What the hell is going on here? You have to explain yourself. And the commander looks very flustered as he begins to shout out commands to his soldiers. No, you cover this up. This isn't. None of you need to see this. This is my leadership, and I'll choose to lead it any way I see fit. My father died for this damn camp, and I'll be damned if anyone else thinks they deserve to do the same.
If anyone else thinks they deserve to die to save the camp, are you volunteering for something there, Commander? Or should you maybe step down before you say anything else that's, I don't know, a little unbecoming?
Firebeard, you can see, starts to distance himself a bit from the commander. He's kind of like standing between the gathering crowd and between the commander, and he says, now you all listen here. We've all led Breakbone, and he's led us this far. I think it's only right, and I know his father's last wishes to me, that we continue to do the same. He may have lost his way. He and I may have partaken in some of the fruits from the jungle, but that doesn't mean he's not fit to rule.
I think what makes it even more clear, and I would agree with you, having any kind of substance abuse problem is nothing to be ashamed of. Most of the greatest people I know have had similar issues. God damn it, the way that your camp is run, the way that your people are starving, the way that you are running this like some kind of military dictatorship is wrong, sir. On its face. And that you can stand here and tell us how proud your father would be of you in this situation with your people in this state. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, you make me
I suggest you
sick.
step down. We will make you if you do not.
Easy, Pip. Maybe we should let the camp denizens decide what they want to do. I thought, but
yeah, you're right, Captain. I'm sorry. I'm just upset.
You're getting worked up there, Pip. It's all right. I understand. It is pretty piss poor leadership, no matter which way you slice it. Will there be any slicing?
And this poor woman asked you a question. She is running herself to death for your camp. Now, I suggest you explain yourself, Commander. Post haste.
Or there will be slicing, no matter which way you slice it. Just suggest you get to talking.
Yeah, or we're gonna break your bones. Break bone.
Or, make with the words.
Put it to a ranked choice vote is what we might do.
Sister Silas approaches Breakbone as he puts a hand on his weapon. Commander, you and I have spoken privately. And I know you haven't spoken to me in weeks. What Pip says is true. And you would be just as angry as these people if you were led astray. We all cared for your father. We all care for the people in this camp. We're asking you to see reason, to listen. Look at these guys. They're way, way out of anyone's league. You don't stand a chance. Make this a peaceful transition, Breakbone. Lead these people by stepping out of the way. I'll do it here. Breakbone pulls out his weapon.
You silly fool.
I've been wanting him to do it this whole time.
I had no idea this was coming.
Firebeard looks between the crowd and Breakbone. And he steps next to you, Pip and Julian, Parashar, Bluegill Billy, Sister Silas in the crowd.
Well, that's some
Commander.
really low, cowardly shit, isn't it?
Perhaps you're not in your right mind.
He's not, and if we're using the same standard, I don't think you are either. Just wanted to point that out. To the crowd, loudly. Maybe you get back in there with your commander. You've made your bed, Firebeard.
He looks to you, Julian, and sets his weapons down on the ground. Then I will answer to my crimes. Come, Niles. Your father wouldn't want it this way.
All right. So, are you all in a democratic mood? Feel like voting for anything?
Breakbone calls out, "This is a camp. This is not a democracy. You all must obey me."
I thought you were stepping down. No. I mean, tyrants tend to get overthrown. I don't know if you want to put yourself in that position, Breakbone.
I want him to.
I mean, I'm game. Won't be good for his health, though.
I'm fixing to break some bones today.
He points his weapon at you, Billy. We can't trust these people. They're not from Nyanzaru. They're not like us. They're not with the order. I am your leader. Now who will be with me? And he looks at the crowd.
Who will be with the addict that's led you to ruin? To starvation? Who will stand with this fucking coward?
A tense moment passes as no one comes to Breakbone's side.
All right, Hoss. You're looking at a real disadvantage situation. Now, what I would recommend is you put down your arms. You submit to the authority of your camp. And you either find somewhere else to go, or you realize right here in this moment that you could die so quickly before you even realize it in the most humiliating way possible.
I can think of
Or
some
you
pretty
can live
humiliating
a
deaths
happy
there.
life, rehabilitated with the rest of these people, and maybe someday see yourself in them. See yourself as part of this community, not above them. Maybe, if you actually give a shit. I hope you do. Otherwise, my friend, your time on this earth is very, very short.
And Sister Silas puts a hand on Pip's shoulder. Niles, please. Pip, you can make a persuasion check.
Ooh, thank you.
And you are getting help, so you have advantage.
23.
Thanks.
Tears start to well up in Niles Breakbone's eyes. He drops his sword to the ground.
Good man. Good man.
He falls to his knees and begins to openly weep.
Should probably get that shit out of your camp.
Yeah, nurse.
How
You
is that?
seem to know these people better than just about anybody. Running yourself to death all the damn time. Trying to care for people in a way that you are not equipped for. If there's anything we can do to help you make a decision and help these people see some kind of autonomy and way for them to govern themselves in this camp here, we are more than happy to support you in any way we can.
She looks at you. First of all, I'm a doctor, Pip, not a nurse.
My apologies.
People of Camp Vengeance, new leadership will be elected. For now, myself, Pernay, and the IronheartS will lead until new leadership can be elected. Go about your business. And she proceeds to Pernay's cell after taking the keys from Firebeard and releases her.
Well, let's try to get these starving people some food.
So wait,
Yeah.
we're not breaking any bones?
No bones breaking today, Billy.
There's plenty of fruit in this crate here.
Whoa.
Oh, please don't.
I could smash it. I could smash it like my favorite comedian. Gerald, I can't remember his name, I'm sorry.
Geroliger?
Bluegill. Yeah, Bluegill Gallagher.
Bluegill Gallagher.
See, I was thinking like Geralt of Rivia, but Gallagher.
Bluegill Gallagher. Bluegill Gallagher.
So, the camp, some men confess that under Breakbone's order, they had been collecting dancing monkey fruit instead of food. So parties are sent out to collect food instead. A stash of food is found within the tent as Pernay and Sister Sias begin to restore some semblance of order to Camp Vengeance. A little bit later, Pernay and Sister Sias meet with you in the camp, in the commander's tent. And Pernay inquires, What shall we do with the prisoner, Artist Simber?
Oh, sorry, out of game. Didn't we say we would take them with us?
Who?
The other prisoner. Wasn't that who we were talking to at one point?
So, AFK spoke with Artist Simber, and he said, and his last words to her were, "Just get me the hell out of here."
Right. Well, we have no idea what they did to get in there in the first place, right?
That's true. So,
Okay. Pernay, what exactly did that prisoner get in prison for? Was it just a general disagreement with Breakbone, like so many before?
To put it simply, yes. Him and his companion arrived a week ago. They said they were searching for a holy place within Chult. I believe they called it Oralunga. And then they heard that Lake Luo could also have some spirits about it. But they were locked up for snooping around in the commander's tent. Artis's friend, Dragonbait, was killed by the commander on the spot. We've all not been allowed to speak with him, so I do not know of any past crimes that he committed.
maybe we could get it out of Breakbone, assuming he's cooperative and sane and sobered up.
Well,
Perhaps
I
so.
think ultimately I don't really give a hair. I mean, it's the potential end of the world. Any petty crimes this person might have committed don't really mean a speck of dust in this world. So I say let him go and be done with it. If we need to escort him a certain amount of distance away from your people so we don't have to worry about him, I don't mind doing that. We're going south. If they're going south, we're all going the same direction. It don't really matter.
Then we will release the prisoner to you. And she looks to Sister Sias. Perhaps you can give us some advice on what to do with Firebeard. He seems to be an accomplice of sorts, though
So
the extent of which I don't know.
So what I would advise you to do is do your best to try and be patient ultimately with those two. Give them time to rehabilitate and make better decisions and get clean off of the substances that they're experiencing this reliance on. And I think once you have a clear picture of who these men truly are, whether you need to exile them from the community, make whatever decision you think is best, then you make that at that point. But I would give them at least a little bit of time to redeem themselves and make sure that they aren't done away with unduly. After all, they did peacefully surrender, or even before commander or previous commander after Breakbone. So I think that might be the most ethical way to deal with that situation.
I can agree with that.
And Sister Sias and Pernay look at each other. Pernay says to Sias, "We only have the 2 cells. Perhaps we release Artist Simber now and make room for Breakbone and Firebeard. At least for how long to be determined."
I think you have them in numbers if they were to decide to try and reclaim power. If you all stand in unity against the 2 of them, you make sure all of the guards and all of the armed men have your have the best interests of all in mind, I think you should be relatively safe as long as you keep all of their weapons away from them. You remove their arms, and suddenly, I don't think they will be able to overcome any significant amount of you. So, whether or not you feel it's necessary to put them behind bars for the time being until they, you feel it's they have paid for their crimes, well, that's up to you. I think you are to be sure that if there is also positive that comes from locking people in cages, there is also going to be negatives there. Resentment, open hostility, etc. Especially that the conditioning has already been set for the people that are in these cages when you have them in this camp. The people around have already learned that it's okay to humiliate and to demean these people that are locked away. That's going to make rehabilitation increasingly hard for these two men that have obviously done some terrible things, but deserve the chance at redemption.
I tend to be a little bit more medieval in my opinions, but
that's very fair. I've been talking a lot with a couple of my friends and give me some interesting things to think about.
The two women look at each other and say at the same time, "Behind bars."
Yeah.
Perne and Sister Sias discuss some other details with you guys, relay to the camp that everyone will be well fed, and say that tonight is a night for celebration, that Camp Vengeance is under new management, and a new hope lies for us all. Artist Simber is released from his cell, and plates of food are given out as the day wears on and night approaches again. And Sister Saya says, "Well, everyone, taken in small amounts for recreational purposes only, I think there's enough dancing monkey fruit for us all." And she holds up one of the fruit.
I don't think that would be setting a good example. It's a little too soon for. Now, if we have some rum, that's a different story entirely. But
y'all haven't even been 8 hours away from new leadership because the old leadership got reliant on a harmful substance. It's kind of hypocritical that you have them locked in cages and they're using the rest of their stash to. But
she looks withdrawn. Yeah, she looks withdrawn. All right, you're right. She puts the crate and puts it into the fire.
No.
It's okay, Billy. We'll be sure to find some in the woods somewhere, or in the jungle somewhere.
No, they suffered. They should have fun and rub it in their oppressors' faces.
I don't resent that perspective one bit. I totally understand. No judgment. I'm just giving my perspective.
If I lived here, I would do bad things to them.
I'm admittedly a hedonist. I know that this might be a strange take for me to have, but I just this is a new democracies are very tender, like a little sapling. You have to nurse it to health, and I fear for, I trust all of you to make the right decisions. I'm not trying to interfere. Y'all do your own thing.
So that evening, Camp Vengeance is under much happier spirits. You can hear laughter from the men and women as they are passing around food. And despite this, Sister Sias, you can see, orders some men to take some bodies outside the camp so that they may be burned. If they are not, they can return as undead, she explains to you. And she sees among your guys' belongings the body of Undril.
They were hoping to bury her properly. Regrettable.
In Chult, the bodies cannot be buried. I'm sorry, Captain.
I mean, you could put them in an iron box about 30 feet down, but that's pretty messed up. So
that seems impractical, there, Pip.
yeah, I know. Just saying.
Perhaps a marker can be laid down in her remembrance.
Very good idea. Oh, did we tell you we're leaving a couple of our comrades with you?
Yes, I've spoken with Sister Anit. I've spoken with the Avon Chip. I will be glad for their company. They will be of great use to us.
Y'all take good care of each other. I'm very happy that they're going to be able to find some way to help out. Well, it's afternoon, evening. What are we at?
Yeah, about evening time. I've kind of been moving time along a little bit quickly.
Well, I know we didn't want to spend too much time here. It seems like y'all got settled. Again, I just want to say maybe think about using a ranked choice method of voting. You're electing new leadership. It's much more efficient at selecting the right leader for the job to represent the populace. So other than that, I think I hate to depart in the middle of the night, but or middle of the day, but I know that we've got a very we're on a tight schedule.
Sister Sias looks at you, Pip, and shows you her list, which is just like this mess of scribbles and things to do. And then she puts a circle around the top of the list where it says Pip. And she says, maybe you could discuss the intricacies of your voted leadership with me in my tent.
Shit.
Oh, okay. Ranked choice leadership or ranked choice voting. Let me do. See. Honey, I don't think you have the right equipment. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, no worries. And she turns to Bluegill Billy. Billy?
What? You want to watch TV?
Her shoulders slump, and she walks alone to her tent.
I'm pretty sure that word TV does not exist in this universe.
Well, Parashar, looks like you're chopped liver around here.
She turns around, grabs Billy's hand. Come with me, idiot.
Yeah, that's what she'll be saying later.
Have fun explaining ranked choice voting, Bluegill Billy.
Perne looks at you, Julian. Captain, perhaps we could discuss leadership?
I know all about ranked choice voting. It's
You dorks. I love you all.
Oh my god.
but yeah, here we go, party. Uh,
She pulls out of one of her pockets one of the dancing monkey fruit.
That's not rum. But his mouth gets all dry and he's like, have I
Somehow
told you
your
about
armor
my
is dripping sweat.
yeah? Have I told you about my ship? It's submersible. It's really cool.
Are you trying to say you want to
Okay.
show her a trick of how to make your ship disappear? Because that's what I heard.
All right, so it sounds like the two of you enter the tent then.
Yeah.
And
Confused, and a
the
little
camera
scared.
pans. The camera pans to the side, black and white, 50s, 40s style. And if you guys would like to stay another night at Camp Vengeance, you may. If not, then you'll leave in the middle of the night, it sounds like.
They'll love him and leave him. Going real
Shar's
quick.
about to go in there and drag him out and grab everybody else and drag them out. Like on his mind is, you got your rest, let's go.
We do need to actually get our provisions and stuff because we were woefully
yeah.
lacking on the way out here.
I
So
thought we were gathering
can't
those.
just.
They also don't really have any though.
That's
That was
true.
also my thinking.
We're gonna need them though. Like,
All right. Well, I guess we'll stay the night. I just, Pip's like got an abacus out. I just know we're running out of time is all.
Pip's not wrong, but also,
But also, I understand. You gotta take care of yourself. It's wartime and all. Shit.
well just like, fashioning some tents and things of that nature and getting enough food because we don't want to die of exposure and or starvation on our journey like we were probably
Sure.
very real risk of doing before.
No, I like that. That's a good idea. I don't want to die personally. I've been telling you that a lot lately. I feel like
It won't do us very much good to get to the lost tomb or what have you if we starve to death on the way there. Could be very inconvenient for everyone involved.
It also wouldn't be good for the Dryad to die before we get there.
Alright, so we have to balance
So-
our desire to not die with our desire to not have the Dryad die, so...
Did I mention that I had a dream that Pip died last night? Probably not important.
Probably not epic foreshadowing.
So Pip and Parashar, as you guys are leading and Musharib are leading, making sure you're well supplied to continue on your journey. Artist Simber approaches you and he says, Perne mentioned to me you'll be leaving for the Lake Luo. Is this true?
no, but it's to the south. Yeah.
I was headed in that direction with my companion Dragonbait as well. I know for a fact that the Dryad of Chult resides there.
Yeah, that sounds cool and all, but we got other stuff that's more pressing at the moment. So, like, we'll definitely see you away from the village. However long you want to hang out with us, you can head south in our direction. Come on with. We'll keep you safe for the time being, but we got other places we got to be.
Life's a party.
Yeah, sure is.
There is strength in numbers in these jungles.
And I don't think we'll be able to keep Parashar with us if we just neglect the trip to the lake and the Dryad and whatnot. That could put us at a serious disadvantage.
I will not go anywhere else.
See, I had a feeling he'd say something like
Oh, right.
that.
I say we should join with these new friends and learn about where they are and what they've become, you know? Really get down in the nitty gritty.
You mean here?
Yes, I suppose I only introduced myself to an invisible person. She claimed to be AFK. I think she's still invisible. I'm not sure if that's how she always is. But I am
She wandered off too.
but I am artist Simber. Breakbone imprisoned me here a week ago and killed my best friend, whom I call Dragonbait.
Why did he do such a thing?
We were about to do what you just did. Expose him.
But
But
Good
he
on ya.
caught us before we
sounds
could.
like something horrible. Somebody killed a dragon baby? What?
His best friend
His
Dragonbait.
name is Dragonbait. It's a long story. Me and him have
Oh,
known each other a long time.
okay. And dragon bait is now dead.
Well, I am
Yes.
very sorry to hear about your friends. But I do applaud you guys. You both trying to do the right thing. It's a honorable thing, and especially up against such opposition. So, you know, I truly am sorry about your loss.
Thank you. I understand you lost someone as well. Their bodies are to be burned next to each other.
We have lost quite a few of our closest comrades in recent days, and I assume we may lose more if we don't change the conditions going on that are harming so many out here in Midgard. The world is on fire, figuratively, and well,
I've been crying myself to sleep every night since Lieutenant Rao died.
Me too. Me too. But all information points to us being some of the best people for the job of trying to fix all this. So that's what we got to do.
If you intend to end the death curse, you may find traveling in Chult much easier to do if you're able to help me get to Lake Luo. I know that the Dryad is imprisoned there. With her on our side, the jungle will be on our side.
Oh. Yeah, no, I think that's where our good friend Parshar wanted to go, and I just forgot. Is all. I'm a little bit forgetful at time to time. Am I right, Parshar?
Parshar is awkwardly trying to cover his lower midsection. And he just nods awkwardly.
All of the jokes I want to make about wood right now, and I will not. I resist.
I commend
Thank
you,
you.
sir. That
We
was
all
an
thank you.
open door to just so much.
Well, I ain't gonna slam it.
I may not be on your level, IronheartS, but I certainly can hold my own.
Well, you're welcome to accompany us.
Yeah, honestly, more the merrier. Uh, Oh no.
What do we owe Noan?
At a distance, this guy looks like my mom's ex-boyfriend.
Then I will travel with you.
Very well.
Arshar motions in the direction of where he thinks the lake is. Go now?
Well, Parashar, it looks like some of our comrades are gonna thicken the warm, and we're gonna just chill out for the night, and then we'll head first thing in the AM. Sound good?
And like a toddler, he seems to kind of like swing his arms and kind of like just be troubled and throw a temper tantrum and then kind of walk off.
Is there a strong wind?
Yeah, basically when you swings his big gloopy bear arms and yeah, you're gonna feel a strong wind. But yeah, he does not like the fact that we are staying another night, so he throws a little mini temper tantrum like a toddler.
I'm sorry, buddy. We'll get going as soon as before daybreak, as early as possible.
He sits down, facing away from everybody, and wraps his arms around his knees with his knees up next to his chest, and he makes a harumph.
Hey, artist,
Yes, new friend.
have you met my best friend Chompy?
And he's kind of like standing and looking up, looks down at you, and looks down further at Chompy. Ugh.
I forgot you had a sore throat. Sorry.
No worries. So Artist meets Chompy, and Chompy immediately bites his hand.
Oh, good boy.
No bites, Chompy. No bites.
You can meet Devin here soon.
He won't fit in this city.
But he's also a sweet boy, just like Chompy.
Not exactly like Chompy, but okay.
All right. Well,
All right.
break.
Is there anything else you guys want to do in Camp Vengeance before you make your way out?
Other than getting provisions and rations and a physical tent, so we don't have to try to conjure them. What else?
That would be very nice.
See, gathering firewood isn't a real problem because there are trees. Let's see. Does anyone in this camp have a map of the local area, perhaps?
Ooh, good one.
So you're provided all of those things except for the map that you asked for. You do have your map, and you guys are able to locate that you're further down Camp Soshin Star, southwest of Camp Righteous, approximately 10, 20, 30, 40 miles.
Outstanding.
And AFK has the map out.
Arshar will kind of look over his shoulder. Do we need poison antidotes or potions?
Aye, more than likely, if they are to be found here. I see Weston measuring some distance there.
I'm curious. We made some. That was some an awesome little jump in progress. 17 is closer to the number of days we have left. Although I think we went from 19 a few days ago. I think we're closer to 15, maybe 14 days left on our char encounter.
Yeah, you guys have been traveling. I'd have to double check the journal, but somewhere around like 12 to 14 days, you've traveled approximately 140 miles. I mean, further because it's not all a straight line. You still have 170 miles to go towards Omu. And artist Simber points on your map and he says that Lake Luo is
Rashar perks
somewhere
up,
over
turns
here.
He jumps up and runs over to the map and like he's pulling out his map at the same time and like fumbling to pull it out, and he runs over and runs right up next to him, and then he starts looking at what he's pointing at.
So it is to the southeast, and Simber says, "How is it you all made it to Camp Vengeance to begin with? It's not easy to reach this place."
Something magic-y. I don't know. It's something with a tree. There was a lot of walking beforehand, but we arrived here from Camp Righteous quite mysteriously and in via some arcane method that I don't know. I know wind currents and you know, larboard and things of that nature. A weighing anchor, not spookiness. But perhaps AFK could explain. AFK? Well,
No, it was weird. It
Chult
was that spirit of the forest thing. I don't understand it at all.
Well, that's how we got here.
Well, that's kind of a bummer. I didn't realize it was going to be so far away. Does it make sense for us to go to? I mean, fuck.
Archer speaks up. We will be going to help the Dryad.
No, I hear you.
A little out of our way, though. It's in fact several dozen kilometers out of our way.
This puts us, even if we traveled at a similar rate as we just did, about 40 miles a day, which is actually a day 10 miles farther than we normally could, even on our best, we still will probably do not have the kind of time to make it to Luo, and then Omu within what is it now? 15 days? 14 days, something like that. It is highly unlikely. And
Wait,
this
what's
doesn't
this,
even
a
account
day?
for. And this doesn't even account
Sorry,
for. This doesn't even account for how much time it might take us, you know, in the tomb itself. This could be, you know,
What's the 14-day counter?
it's how long we have for most people that have already, like Charin. People in a situation similar to Charin will have to essentially be alive.
Oh.
And
Yeah,
that's
anyone who's been resurrected before, they're gonna be unresurrected in 2 weeks. In a fortnight, if you're
precisely
feeling fancy.
But they'll be okay, right?
not at all. No.
They'll be quite the opposite of okay.
How
So,
is it you arrived here? You said a spirit of the forest.
yeah, essentially we got real lucky. That's about all we can really say for it. Is the mercy of spirit of the a spirit of the jungle took mercy upon us. Maybe even at the uh, urging of a dead comrade of ours, and I'm not entirely sure how all that worked, but ultimately, we can't really count on it as a reliable form of expedited travel. That would be irresponsible, I think.
Hearing all of this information and the desolate situation of possibly not helping the Dryad, a resolute, even more resolute expression washes over Parashar's face, and he seems like he knows what to do. And so he turns around and marches off into the forest, I don't know, 10 feet or so into the forest, and he gets down on his knees and he starts praying. Basically,
What
he's
does
pray. Go ahead.
what does he say as in your prayer?
Oh, to the like of, oh, spirit of the forest, you have helped us in our time of great need. Now we have further need to save the lives of those. This all, of course, in Parshar's tongue. I'm just trying to get it out faster.
Sure, yeah, appreciate it. Parashar, from out of a stone outside the wall of the forest, a familiar form jumps out, a white mask, an Ironheart logo on its forehead. The black shape of a Chewinga appears, and you hear Lieutenant Rel's voice. Where to, friend?
Parshar will excitedly snap out, "Row!" And then, well, at the ri- at the risk of being teleported alone to the location, he will motion for his comrades to come over. I don't know if they can see him. He's, like I said, about 10 feet in the forest, but it's probably seeing distance, I imagine.
Wait, can we see Parashar? I assume we can.
So you guys were still in the camp. Parashar leaves the camp, goes a little distance into the jungle, and then you hear him call out for you.
Yeah. So we come running, or I do at least. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
No,
y'all
yeah,
do.
I'm coming too. No worries.
And then Parshar will explain, Rel is here. Rel
No,
will take
yeah.
us.
That's cool. We shouldn't go yet. But it isn't good to know that. Can you reliably call upon this power of the spirit of the forest? Whenever we need it, or is this like what is this? What is determining this action?
Parshar stares at you for 10 seconds, unblinkingly, and then shrugs.
Well, if we can rely on our little friend that is in some way related to rail to help us travel faster, then not only should we definitely stay the night tonight, but then we can call upon its power tomorrow to help us get to wherever it'll take us next, hopefully directly to Lua. If it can take us that far, but hopefully it can, and in which case it does. Dunzo, we're gonna be in Omu in no time, y'all.
Parshar nods in agreement and then turns to the image of Rel and asks, Rel, tomorrow you take us to Lake. Fuck, Luau. God damn it. I can't say it any other way. Luau. It's the only thing that comes to mind now.
I'm over it. And you hear Lieutenant Rel's voice. Yeah, sure. Let me do one thing first. Hey, listen. Hey, listen.
I just
Okay, I'm
replayed
done. I
Ocarina of
promise.
Time. You motherfucker. I've had enough.
Parshar cocks his head with an awkward expression on his face. Confused, actually, he is. But he understands there must be some importance to this ritual that Rel is performing. So with that, he'll nod and then wave at the image of Lieutenant Rel and turn to his comrades, and then we can proceed to restock. And then tomorrow we set out, it seems.
I think we're
Yeah.
restocked. We just need to sleep, and whatever else is going to happen in the next 8 hours that some of these gentlemen are going to get into.
Yeah, there are fires that night. The body of Undril is burned, a marker set up in Camp Vengeance among the others that have been lost. Niles Breakbone Sr., Artist Simber's friend Dragonbait, Perne, Sister Sias, and Anit seem to have taken over leadership as a small council. Ord Firebeard and Niles Breakbone Jr. are kept behind bars where they have some time to think and
They're in timeout. Good.
rehabilitate. You know, they don't have their dancing monkey fruit, so they're kind of going through those symptoms. And with your guys' permission, I want to keep things moving. I know some of us are on a tight schedule. Is there anything else you want to do in Camp Vengeance before you leave the following morning via teleportation?
I think that's all we got.
Let's get out of here.
You guys say your goodbyes to Chip and Anit. Perne, Musharib is with you. Artist Simber is with you.
Hey y'all, you know, if things around here get settled and you have the ability to, I don't know how possible it would be, but you know, if you can get back to Nine Zaru or get a hold of our comrades there, you know, I think they could use our assistance. Last we heard of them, they were not sounding like things were well. We'll try and get a hold of them as well on our end, but I'm sure if things do get settled around here and y'all have the ability, they could use some help over at Night Zaru.
Perne and Sister Sias agree. With Breakbone no longer in command, we may reestablish communication with Nyanzaru, and we will be weary of its occupation.
Yeah, what was that thief? We don't know. What was their name?
What's that?
The member of the Thieves Guild that took in our comrades.
Chumba was your connection.
Yeah, so if y'all do get in touch with Nine Zaru and you're talking to somebody for the Thieves Guild named Chumba, you know, I would be wary.
He's a little sketchy. And that's
We don't know he's done anything wrong yet, but our comrades that were with him are suddenly in some kind of trouble we have not yet determined.
Understood. Thank you.
Well, y'all take care. I wish you the best. Again, consider ranked choice voting systems. You know, make sure that you try and de-establish a hierarchy and make sure that everything is equitable amongst y'all. Y'all can live in great peace and harmony without any conflict. You just learn to work in unity.
Do you have a pamphlet or a manifesto?
You know,
he pulls up Peter Kropotkin's bread book.
Conquest of Bread.
Yeah, the Conquest
Although
of
it's
Bread.
actually not in this world. It's actually it's by a different author in this world.
Peter Parker.
Chris
Peter
Rangel.
Parker's Chris Rangel's The Conquest of Bread. He just leaves it there. Nobody knows where he got it from. He just had it.
Oh, I forgot. He's writing under a pseudonym called named Cinderpaws. So it's written by Cinderpaws.
I like it.
On an unrelated note, Parashar will address the camp saying, "Be kind to the forest. The forest remembers your kindness."
Oh man, I feel like we need more Princess Mononoke references.
Is that a reference?
No, it's not. I'm just saying.
Yes,
Fern
these
Gully,
are in line with
that
that.
sort of
I
thing.
apologize.
The forest
giant
spirit
wolf.
is giving me Kodama vibes.
A giant wolf howls in the distance.
Parashar
A
nods
woman
in that direction.
gets on its back and they ride off.
Please.
Okay. So you guys say your goodbyes, leaving Camp Vengeance behind you. The Chewinga spirit walks into a giant tree, motioning for you all to follow.
Oh yeah.
And as you guys follow the spirit of the forest, you find yourselves stepping out of another tree. You are surrounded by a lake. It is frozen over, but your surroundings are storm clouds and earth tremors, and it has become extremely hot again. You may have noticed on your map when you're in the southeast.
Oh, the map
You are
is
within the.
still all dark.
Yep. So it is. So it is all warm here. You are closer to the plane of day. Nice recovery.
Yeah. The computer shit its pants. Hang on. Yeah, my computer shit its pants, so I don't know what's going on.
Dang. I'll do a quick little chat, and then maybe we'll take a break if you want, Ryan.
All right.
So I just want to describe your surroundings. Bluegill Billy, you recognize this area. Billy, you see, and all of you see the indications of a lake tribe that you are outside of. There are huts standing on poles and wooden walkways so that they can survive the tides. You all recognize your change in climate as there is now the sweltering heat of Chult, micro tremors, and you can hear thunder in the distance. Billy, you recognize this as the settlement for Tribe Bluegill. This is where you were born and spent most of your early childhood.
Oh shit.
Pop
is coming home.
I haven't been here for 89 years.
Pretty close. Bluegill Billy is very old. This was his last. Go ahead.
This is where I used to play with Bluegill Willie and Bluegill Jilly and Bluegill Dilly and Bluegill Philly and Bluegill Rilly and Bluegill Tilly and Bluegill Shilly and Bluegill Philly and Bluegill Krilly and all the others.
Is there no bluegill gilly?
There's 3 bluegill gillies.
Wow, what an honor to be able to see your hometown. Why don't you show us around, bud?
Right. Let me show you my old stomping grounds.
Parshar seemingly is totally oblivious to what they're talking about. He's just looking at the lake, discerning where the dryad might be. That's it. He's looking for a bridge or a pathway. He's checking out the lake big time.
It is a massive lake, the largest in Chult, and despite all of the sweltering heat around you, the lake is frozen over. And Parashar, you can sense in your heart that the dryad is beneath the lake.
He walks to the water's edge and sticks his head in and looks that way.
So you can't stick your head in the water, it's frozen over.
Oh, okay, I missed that. He punches the frozen water.
Yeah, you can stick your head in. You just have to stick your head in really hard.
I just do that.
Punch the frozen water, and it is like punching cement. It is AFK kind of looks at you, and she says, "This isn't any regular ice, Parashar. You're going to be here a really long time." Maybe the locals know what's going on.
I once stuck my tongue to that ice. It was bad.
Well, let's go.
Very well,
let's
then.
go. Let's go talk to some of your family members, Billy. It sounds like we need some more information about what's going on here.
Another disappointed glance crosses Parashar's face as he surrenders and like kind of hangs his head just a little bit, and then he just starts following you guys.
Charlie Brown music plays.
Yep.
So as you guys approach the settlement of Bluegill Tribe, we will go ahead and take a short break right now, about 10 or 15 minutes. So if you're joining us, come back in only 15. See you soon.
And my video will be much improved.
Welcome back. So the Ironhearts, you guys walk towards this water tribe settlement of aloft cabins hanging over the water, which is frozen. And you are surrounded by extreme heat again and can hear thunder in the distance. Occasionally a tremor shakes the earth beneath you. As you approach, you are surprised to hear something behind you, and as you look, you see a turtle man, a turtle humanoid, holding a spear, and he says, "Halt! Who goes? Billy?
Willie?
You'd think you'd recognize your brother Achilles.
Oh,
Come here,
yes.
old friend."
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Give me a kiss, buddy.
And, Achilles, bluegill Achilles, this turtle with holding a spear and a shield, gives bluegill Billy a big hug, despite being twice his size. "What are you doing here?"
You know, just hanging out. Me and my friends are just taking a walk through the jungle.
Yeah, just a casual stroll, you know.
Trying to
No
save
big
the
deal.
world, you know.
"It's been so long, Billy."
How long has it been, Achilles?
"I'd say 50 years, somewhere around there."
Say, have you seen Bluegill Silly anywhere?
And he takes off a little hat. "We lost Silly."
Oh, no.
"He ate so much dancing monkey fruit, he laughed to death. It was the way he wanted to go."
We all knew it would go down that way.
"Well, come on, you could meet the rest of the tribe and they could meet your friends."
Yeah, come on, buddies. Come meet my family. They're gonna love you.
Oh, I would
Almost as
enjoy
much as
nothing
I
more.
do.
This sounds absolutely delightful. Pip is sketching everything.
So Achilles puts his fisherman's looking cap back on, picks up his spear and shield, introduces himself to you all. "I'm Bluegill Achilles. Follow me, guys."
Pip Peregrine Ponderoski, nice to meet you.
Captain Julian Alvari at your service.
Free man. Harsh.
"Whoa, it's good." And he takes his spear at Parashar. "You've been traveling with a bugbear?"
You know, he's more tree than bugbear, really. It's a long story. We'll tell you all about it. He's a
He
friend,
says-
though.
Bugbear? Where?
"Well, any friend of Bluegill Billy's a friend of mine." And he hesitantly goes to shake your hand, Parashar.
Sorry, my son is trying to communicate with me at the same time. I shake his hand.
Listen here, Parashar. Apologize in advance if the tribe is somewhat hesitant to meet you. We had a bugbear attack here a little while ago.
But what does that have to do with Parashar?
Valid question.
He may have some vegetation, but I recognize what he really is.
Hell of an insight you got there, my friend. Why don't you introduce us to all these kind of folks around here? I'm sure it'll be great.
And you guys continue in towards the tribe, and everywhere you see smiling faces from dinosaur humanoids, turtle humanoids, frog humanoids. You see little tadpoles jump out of the water with their little legs that they're forming as children go running up to greet you guys as you guys enter the Bluegill tribe settlement. You can see all sorts of reptilian or amphibious humanoid folk. Everyone's waving and calling out for Billy. Whoa, Billy! Bluegill Billy's back! And they're all running back and forth. And you see the tribe elder come out to greet you guys. And she's a like triceratop looking humanoid. And she's got an old walking stick, lots of beads and shells, and various accessories all about her. And she's got a whole crew of children and counselors at her side. And as she approaches, she says, well, if it isn't Bluegill Billy, welcome home, son. Please, you and your friends are welcome here. I am Bluegill Mississippi, and you're all welcome to stay as long as you like. You've come at just the right time.
Yeah. Why is that, Bluegill Mrs. Sippy? I'm sorry. I didn't get that.
Oh, Mr. Sippy would be so glad to see you now, Billy. Rest his heart.
Oh, Sippy.
Come. We have a lot to discuss.
Say, have you seen Bluegill Stinky anywhere?
Wait, is he related to you? That's very odd.
Why?
I just assumed the naming convention.
He's the only one. He's the only one that breaks the pattern.
Okay. The odd duck, as it were.
Is that who you were talking about all those times you said you love stinky things?
Yeah. He's very handsome, and he's cut like a slab of beef.
Ooh.
He's quite a looker, but Stinky's out on a hunt right now. Come on, come.
I'm dead.
Bluegill, Mississippi. Mississippi leads you with her crowd of onlookers as you guys have a small audience. You see some of the youngers are trying to, maybe touch one of your weapons or say hi to you. Hi, I'm Bluegill Millie. And you guys have this kind of small onlookers of crowds as you head to the tribe elder's hut.
I gotta know, are the tadpoles like this big and shit? Like, are they like a meter or so?
They can't be more than 2 feet tall because Billy is like one of the tallest Batra and he's around like 4 feet tall. So they're definitely, they're still young. So they're like 2 to 3 feet tall.
Tadpoles.
Yeah, but they're wide. Yeah, they got like big Popeye arms sticking out as they're transforming from tadpole to frog person.
Oh my god, the adolescent stage where they have the tail and the legs and the arms still.
Mhm.
That's powerful stuff.
Yep. And you can tell it's a primitive tribe of sorts. And as you approach the main hut of Bluegill, Mississippi, small crowd forms around you, and she begins handing out some food to you guys, algae, cakes, and whatnot. So, Bluegill Billy, what brings you all here?
Well, have you heard of the death curse?
And the hut goes silent. We have. Ever since the Dryad of Chult was stuck in Lake Luo, things have gotten worse.
Oh, we're actually here to fix that. How convenient.
Yes, we don't have many outsiders. It's good to see that you all are bringing help. Why don't we get everyone in here? And the hut kind of opens up some more as more people are brought in. Julian, you recognize 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 humans as they enter the establishment. You haven't seen them in a very long time, and they all have the local garb, tribe stuff on. But you recognize Thessalandra Bravewing, Rados, Falx Haranis, Brax Nar, and Veliod. These are all former crewmen of yours on the Harbinger.
Oh, really? What side of the mutiny were they
on? They were all... That's a great question, actually.
Because the reaction could be very different depending on the answer to that question. We might be rolling for initiative.
Mix. So Bravewing, or Chitlet, as you remember her, and Falx were on your side of the mutiny, and Rados and Veliod were on the opposing side of the mutiny. And they all see you and recognize you. Look at each other and then look at you.
And Julian is torn between immediately bearing steel and saying a pleased hello. he's yeah. It's a pleasure to see the two of you. What the fuck are they doing here? I believe is his reaction.
Captain Julian? It can't be.
Former first officer Julian, but you know that well.
Right. Okay, yeah. Yeah, retro there.
Yeah. But it's Captain now.
Sorry.
Aye.
And they all kind of look to each other, and Shitlip, or Bravewing, as you remember her, looks to the others, and she says, "Did you crash in the jungle as well? You weren't on the ship."
Well, if you recall, when these two mutineers, who spared you for some reason, threw me off the ship, I was sucked into a whirlpool and had a bit of a detour in the Feywild. Suffice it to say, after a long series of misadventures and some teleportation and some, high seas, I ended up here with the hopes, possibly, of finding the captain. Assuming these two didn't finish the fucking job.
And the room is kind of tense, and everyone's watching as you two are having this meeting. And Shitlip says, "That was a long time ago, Alvari. You must not have seen that the whirlpool that sucked you in sucked in the Harbingers shortly thereafter.
It wasn't that long ago, but and he bares his chest, and there's just like this gross puckered scar. It's like, but I remember.
And
Not in a
Falx,
forgiven mood, without a damn good reason.
Falx and Veliod. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. And you two are lucky that you spared them, or you wouldn't see another sunrise. Talk.
And and Falx and Veliod kind of look nervously at each other and then at Shitlip. We're sorry, Alvari. When we all came to this godforsaken place, we had to rely on each other. This tribe saved us, or we'd been lost.
What'd you
The
do?
Harbingers. And then they all kind of look at each other, and Shitlip speaks up. The captain left. Him and Alok went out into the jungle.
Jahar.
They never came back.
Oh, one of them did. The wrong one.
Jaharwan, then.
Aye. Well done. Idiots. So, what can you tell us about this tribe? Suppose you aren't gonna kill me. Jury's still out on how I'm feeling tonight. But we have their hospitality. Not inclined to sully it for the likes of you. So, let's chat. There's a death curse that needs ending, and a dryad that needs saving. What can you tell us about those?
We don't know much about that, Shitlip says to you. And once we had to rely on each other in the jungle, we forgave Radas and Veliod of their mutiny. We wouldn't be alive without each other, or without this tribe. But I've heard of them speak of the Dryad, and she kind of looks around uncomfortably. And another woman, a kind of reptilian, lizard-looking humanoid. She has lots of beads and druidic spell components about her, speaks up, and she says, "Well, I'm Bluegill Chili, and Billy, it's good to see you again. I'm the one that has been able to communicate with the Dryad of Chult. She's been imprisoned in this lake, she says, by the one they call Raz Nisi. He's a Wanti, their leader."
We might be able to do something about that. Might be able to talk with these Wanti. Hard talk.
Yes, ever since the Dryad was imprisoned, things have gotten worse around here. If Raznisi is at fault, then he must be destroyed. Then the Dryad, the spell that keeps her frozen in the lake, will be released.
Yeah, that's what we came here for.
Where is he?
I believe she said in the lake there.
No. The person that the spell frozen in the lake. How do we kill the person that froze the lake?
The Wanti have been seeking the lost city. We don't know why. But if you find it, you're sure to find them.
So,
I'm
are you
sorry.
saying?
Go ahead.
Oh, no, you go ahead. I don't know what I'm trying to. I'm still trying to wrap my head around this.
Wan T may know. Is that what I heard?
The Wanti are led by this Raz Nisi. They also seek the lost city.
So,
They
are you
have
saying?
Are the Wan T?
they have many settlements in the jungles, ruins of their past experiences as rulers over this land. But if you
Well,
find the lost city, you're sure to find the Wanti shortly thereafter.
Just out of character, for clarity's sake, the Lost City, is that the Tomb of Annihilation, or is that a totally different place?
So the tomb lies within the city.
Okay.
And you guys actually got some intel on the city's name and location. It is Omu, and it is on your map.
Yeah. Let's hope that spirit thing works, because there's a lot
We
of
may have to
traveling
make
between
that
us and
journey.
everything else.
We may have to do that journey on foot, but
well, it can't hurt to
Try.
try. And it seems like we have to go. I mean, we kind of maybe got out of order, but it was good to be able to meet some of your family, Billy. I'm glad we got to do that today. But yeah, it looks like if we're gonna save the Dryad, we have to first enter the Lost City.
save the Dryad, save the jungle. Or other way around, I guess.
Something like that. I don't know.
And it looks like we have some walking to do. Apologies, Parashar, we have to detour, but it's in the interest of this Dryad that we do so. But perhaps we make a stop, talk to these Wanti.
We might be able to track them. You said they were here and done all this to the Dryad in recent days.
It was about a month ago that the bugbears attacked, and this is Mississippi speaking, and then the other, the druid Chili speaks up. The Dryad of Chult has been imprisoned for many months now, and things have only gotten worse around here.
To the Lost Kingdom.
Aye. Let's get a move on. Do we know which direction to go?
Parshar just walks to the forest and then gets down on his knees.
Yeah. Definitely give it a try first. The Chawinga?
I believe that's right.
And Chili smiles. The spirit of the forest guides you. Billy, you have truly brought good fortune to this group.
Indeed.
Oh.
Yeah. It was
Parshar
Chubby
will-
that was good luck.
Parshar will, of course, pray and attempt to invoke the spirit of the forest in order to ask for safe passage to the Lost Kingdom or nearby.
All right. As you kneel and pray,
Oh, is this really gonna happen right now?
No, I'm gonna get an error message and say too many uses per day.
Or you're gonna roll like a -5, and it's gonna
We
put
end
us
up
right
back in
Hydra.
Nyanzaru.
Yeah, in the belly of the Hydra.
AFK consults her map and determines where you guys are. You should be able to see that here.
Oh, we can't. Look at that.
Hey, look at that. Yeah. Thanks, AFK.
The Chewinga appears after you pray for a moment, Parashar. And with one hand points on the map where Omu is, and then shakes its head no. You hear the voice of Rel. I cannot take you there.
Can you take us, like, maybe here?
Valid question. And he points to the map as far as he can take you, about 20 miles from where you are.
Well, it's better than nothing. We surely do appreciate you.
Arshar turns to the group and in an attempt to clarify our courses of action that lead up to freeing the Dryad, he kind of motions and says, go to Kingdom, talk to people there, learn what happened to Dryad, fix the lake, go help Dryad. Okay.
We might have to finagle that order of operations, but I think more or less we're all on the same page.
Aye.
All right, so then with that, he would beckon for the spirit to try to travel as far as he can close to the city of Omu, the lost city of Omu.
Sorry, I was multitasking. You guys are going to Omu, I assume? You're going, letting the Chewinga lead you?
Indeed.
We are going to ask the Chewinga to do that, please. As
All
close
right,
as they can take us.
And stepping into a tree, led by the Chewinga, you are led directly to the spot you want to go. As you are leaving, Artist turns to you all. He says, as you guys are walking through, he's like, this is truly amazing.
Oh, yeah,
We are
you were
very
going to Lake...
fortunate.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, but I need the Dryad's help as well. It appears our objectives align.
Well, you're welcome to come along, provided you can pull your weight, as you say you can.
I can.
You know, it occurs to me this is a rather sensitive endeavor we are on. I have no reason not to trust you other than you did say you were going specifically here, but as you said, you know, you were looking for the Dryad's help and etc. and all. But is there any way you might be able to put any suspicions we might have in the dust? Maybe put all this behind us and continue on forward as soon as possible? We just met you. I know it's maybe a bit of an imposition, but for the safety of all concerned.
So do you stop leaving from the lake, or do you say this after you guys arrive in the jungle?
I mean, I was responding to Artis, so.
He said this as he was walking through the tree.
Yeah. So.
As you appear on the outside of the tree, you ask him to earn your trust.
Well,
make a persuasion check.
Not great.
I see your point, Pip. Perhaps you IronheartS can earn my trust first. Why is it that you seek the lost city? You say you want to end the death curse. But how can I trust you?
Is there another reason we'd want to go to the Lost City? It doesn't seem like exactly a tourist destination. We were having a lot of fun in Nyanzaru. Prior to, the death curse that we want to end so we can get back to dinosaur racing and gambling and drinking and whatnot. And, heroism is our job. It's not our favorite thing to do. So we're doing this for largely heroic, but also recreational reasons. We want to get back to our vacation.
Arshar will comment, I fear the forest may be in danger.
I am slow to trust strangers. Trusting Breakbone did not serve me or my friend well.
We don't like him.
I see that some of you, bear the mark of the Order of the Gauntlet. Or at least your companions did. Order of the Gauntlet and Breakbone did not help me. But I am a member of the Harpers of Liberty. And we believe the preservation of knowledge and history is the meaning of our group and possibly of life itself. Pip, to remind you, you've had some interactions with the Harpers of Liberty, and they were most sympathetic to your cause of the Brevi art movement. You've worked most closely with them. And Parashar, you know that Raggle Rock's mom, Lugia Rock, was a member of the Harpers of Liberty.
Yes, that name is very familiar.
For those of you unfamiliar with the Harps, we have more clandestine methods than some of the other guilds, but we never sink so low as the Thieves Guild. Our preservation of knowledge is in the idea of individual rights above all. No secrets should be kept. No tyrants permitted. My order has survived thousands of years. Each of you can make an insight check.
Who has a higher insight? I'm gonna try and give someone bardic inspiration.
Just a moment. I am bringing that up.
What are we rolling?
Insight. One of your skills.
Yeah, it's the opposite of outsight. My insight is not high. I got a +1 to insight. And I rolled like garbage.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
I rolled a fat 1.
Pip, did you want to give inspiration to Parashar?
Oh, if you'll allow it, I will.
Yeah, of course. You just have to roll whatever your inspiration die is, a D8 or a D10. I can't remember. I think it's a 10.
I think it is too. I'm just double checking.
You can just roll a 10.
Okay, yeah, 10. Got it.
All right, so Parashar, that gives you a 18 total. Parashar, you can sense that Simber is telling the truth, but also keeping something else to himself. He hasn't told you the whole story.
Okay, I'm a little bit confused at exactly who we're talking to. We left through the tree, and we arrived in the location that's closer, or we didn't leave yet?
Yeah, we were talking about Simber, the guy who was in Camp Vengeance, imprisoned for some reason, and his buddy Dragon Bait got murdered,
and now he's with the Bluegills by the
oh,
lake.
he's with us.
Oh, he
said he was coming with us.
One of the companions going with us?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. And we have stepped through the tree.
Yep. You guys are in the jungle now, and Pip says, "Who are you really, Artist Simber?"
You know,
and he says, "He's a Harp of Liberty."
And of course, I rolled low enough that it's like, there's something sketchy about this guy? Seems on the up and up to me. I should know, I'm a pirate.
So, Parashar's a little bit through playing around with this dance of trying to get to the Dryad, and he's kind of frustrated from, lots of setbacks, or at least in his mind, setbacks, and he's just going to pick up Artist off the ground and then look him dead in the eye and is like, "What aren't you telling us?"
He's kind of being held up. Get your hands off me! All right, put me down and I'll tell you.
I gingerly put him down.
I'm here for my wife, Alisanda. You wouldn't understand.
I don't. Now tell us how you're going to help us get to the Dryad.
We both want the same thing. Dryad of Chult. She has a lot of power here. That's why Rasnisi imprisoned her.
You know where Rasnisi is?
The tribe told us if we arrive at the city, the Wanti are sure to follow. Their best bet. The Wanti have settlements all over this place. They could be listening right now. I don't know where these people are, but they want the same thing we want.
Well, for different motivations.
Exactly.
Right?
Do I know what the Wanti race is? Like their race?
Oh.
Yeah, these are the snake people that have imprisoned Nyanzaru, brought the Hydra, or occupied Nyanzaru. In their history, they were the former rulers They worship blood gods. They are slave masters. And it was only 20 years ago that their rule was finally put to an end.
Right. Are they Fae or any of those races that I can detect within 6 miles of me?
I believe
And I
they're
would be able to just sit here
humanoid?
for a minute and then be like, "Yep, they're here," or "Nope, they're not." Okay, I couldn't say they're here. I could just say, we're surrounded or something.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, we know that they're close enough to us that they would be within 1 hex, more than likely, at almost any time, right? And it's like a mile out is your ability to see.
6 miles,
6.
and those are 10-mile hexes
10
that are on the map.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like basically I can detect 1 hex.
They are
And
they are monstrosity creature type.
I don't think that's on the list. Monstrosity. Interesting. Let me read the
Simber
skill.
speaks up. The Yuan-Ti used to be a people of Chult. They take snakes and reptiles. They take their bodies and make them their own. They sacrifice blood, their own limbs, hoping to be more like the gods they worship in the process. It gives them terrible power at a terrible cost.
Damn.
They have imprisoned the Dryad, and the Dryad can get me to my wife. I'm sorry if I withheld this from you, but I believe our objectives align.
Harshar is just going to motion. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go then.
Alright, what are we waiting for? Oh, this Jack John isn't doing anything to end this curse.
Harshar will start off in the direction where he believes the city of Omu to be.
Our
Leading the
navigation
way.
is just based on... Pretty sure it's this way, Chief.
I think I got the note. No, I only got Lake Luo. I didn't get Lake the Omu. Yeah, so he's gonna turn back around and then walk over to Julian and then look at him and then ask, "Can I see your map?" Or who has
AFK has the map.
Yeah, AFK has the map.
She's the navigatrix.
Navigatrix. Is she currently visible?
Sure, yeah. So she's holding the map for you guys. Simber, and she points you in the right direction, Parashar. Simber looks at you, Pip. Is that to your satisfaction, Pip?
I didn't mean to offend you, friend. It's understandable that we would both have our concerns, given the things we have experienced in recent memory. I apologize for my rudeness there. You have no idea. But yes, we recently had some experience with a Yuan-Ti that had infiltrated our very ranks, and it does have me on edge from time to time, especially with new people. But any friend of the Harpers is a friend of mine, and well, I'll be frank with you, friend. I don't trust you, but you can earn that trust. I mean, you can prove yourself, and if you prove yourself not to be trustworthy and end up being a Yuan-Ti all skin dressed in disguise, well, we'll end you. And that's where it is.
I should point out that we're our friend here, Yuan-Ti. He probably could have broken out of that cage they had him in. Probably could have just, eaten the people of the camp. Just
while you're not incorrect, I definitely agree that there's no logical reason not to trust you, RTs. Like I said, I'm not trying to show you disrespect in any way. This is my issue. I am dealing with it as best I can. Trust does not come easily. I will do my best to treat you like a honored traveling companion and someone I appreciate as a human being until which time is that my trust develops in a very honest and real way or doesn't. But it won't develop but I won't be prejudiced in my assumptions about you or your actions any further.
So Parashar
just want to see
trying
my
to look
wife.
at the map from AFK. Oh, sorry, you were saying.
I just want to see my wife. Thank you, Pip. You have sped that process quite a bit. And he looks around. Now, where the hell are we? Parashar, you're looking at the map with AFK.
Yes, and attempting to diagnose where Omu is.
Right here.
Omu has been pointed out to you guys. You are 60 miles away, 70.
So if we know the direction, then I will head out. Is that accurate?
Yeah, are you guys going to move at a fast pace, at a slow pace, as you move through the jungle towards Omu?
Jungle terrain again?
It is jungle terrain. It is sweltering hot, extremely hot.
And to be totally clear, jungle was an acceptable list for my natural explorer.
Yep, it is your preferred, your favored terrain.
I have 3 of them, but jungle is one. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I just posted this. Taking up all the chat space.
Good. I love it. Cool. So we could travel at a fast pace and still get stealth. Is that how this works?
I'm reading up.
You can travel. You ignore difficult terrain, so you'll move 2 hexes instead of 1. If you move at a fast pace, you have a chance of moving an additional hex at the cost of disadvantage on perception checks. You can only stealth if you move at a slow pace. So you'll move 2 spaces and then have a 50-50 chance of moving back 1 space.
Unless I was moving alone. If it says here at the end, if I was moving alone, I could move at a normal pace in stealth. But no, because of the group, we would not be able to stealthily move. But we do remain alert. We remain alert regardless of the activities such as foraging, navigating, and tracking. Alert.
And you cannot become lost.
Cannot, except by magical means. So we're just unhindered.
Yep.
We're Wow, I can't talk. We cannot be. Nope, I give up. I defer. I start walking.
It's a very Parashar moment.
All
So
right.
in a roundabout way, at a normal pace, Mr. GM.
Well, it's so Parashar takes off at a normal pace. What about the group? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, with the UONT, I was going to try and suggest we move at a slow pace so that we can stealth, but I don't know. Especially now that we've cut down on the potential travel time in a very great way. So I think we can spare 7 days or whatever it would take to get to Omu at a slow pace. Just personally, my opinion, I also don't want to wait. I just want to be there. So I get the desire to move faster.
Parshar will talk as he walks forward and he hears this. We have no time to be wasting. We must make haste.
Where was this energy? What?
Possibly
Days
speaking
ago.
faster. He's like in a hurry.
All right. Well, I appreciate the energy whenever it comes out. So we're, whatever you're gonna do, just know that there are UNT probably watching us at any point. We might get ambushed, etc., etc. I'm paranoid. I get it.
We are alert. So Parshar is gaining distance between the group, unless they say they start walking.
Oh no, yeah, we're following.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's what Zach was waiting for. It's like, do you guys like move?
I'm not gonna start a debate over it. Parshar is driven.
Yeah. No, far be it from me to get in the way of his motivation.
I mean, and honestly, if it was Pip, he would be like, "Yeah, I want to get this shit over with too."
Okay.
Oh shit! The X on the map, that's a bad sign.
Ruh-roh. And we're on it. Hello, X on the map.
So a short while into your travels, as you are walking at a normal pace through the jungle, led by Parashar, AFK consulting the map, you come upon a vessel caught high in the tree branches. It's been broken into 3 chunks. It's a sea-going vessel, or rather, it was. The stern is the lowest piece, hanging precariously by its rigging about 50 feet above ground. The middle section is 10 feet higher, and the bow section is firmly wedged into a nest of branches 10 feet above that. Julian, you recognize the Harbinger.
Oh my god.
Those eyes.
Let's fucking go. Wait, we stop here.
Yeah. I see that look in your eye, Julian. There's no stopping you. Do your thing, my brother. Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Parashar will unknowingly state, "We have no time for your sentiments."
We've been indulging your sentiments for some time.
Give him this one, Parashar, please.
For a
I
couple
don't
of
want you to die.
Very well.
You let the Wookiee win at chess, alright? I know that typically you think that is your role, but right now it is not, my friend.
So Julian is gonna climb up in there.
Okay. There are tons of vines, and it is a relatively easy climb, unless you're, moving at a panicky pace or something. So, in a matter of minutes, you are able to make your way up.
Parashar
Is anyone
going
going
to
with him?
pull some leaves and branches up around him, and he's going to hide in plain sight.
Okay, yeah, yep.
Smart.
Awesome.
So, first place he's gonna go is to the captain's quarters. See if there's any. See if the log's in there or anything of note. Can tell him what the hell happened.
As you are climbing up, everything has been wrecked, and it looks like this has been here a while. And all of the ammunition from the palisade have been taken. There are no bodies. All of the supplies are gone, and this thing is just kind of like hanging in the branches. You recall when you were in the tribe that Radas, Veliod, Shitlet, they all said the ship crashed, and the Bluegill tribesmen saved them.
Right. But it crashed in the middle of Chult, which is not a naturally tenable place for a seafaring vessel to be. Even the Dark Messenger wouldn't be exactly at home here, as clearly the Harbinger is not. But yeah, no, we're
Fritz Carlos kind of shit.
So he's gonna search the cabins and the crew's quarters and see if
Okay.
anything left. Might tell him where he can find a lock or Zephyr or any clues as to what happened following the mutiny.
Okay. You do come across a letter pinned into the ship, and it has the signature of Zephyr Zamora at its bottom, in addition to Radas, Veliod, Brave Wing, and the other crew that you met at Bluegill's tribe. And it says on it, 20 survivors from the Harbinger. We have left to look for supplies. We do not intend to return.
So that's the only entry.
Yep.
Okay. He's gonna check his old quarters, the first officer's quarters. See if there's anything he left behind on the ship.
This place, there is nothing. Not a candle, not a empty cup. This place has been taken of everything.
Ah, but they didn't find my secret compartment under the floorboards that contains a plus 17 Vorpal sword. No, okay. Oh, they did find it. Oh, I hope nobody.
Yeah, it's gone.
Nobody uses that against us. I thought I hid that better. Oh. I should have taken that with me to the Feywilds or stopped the mutiny with it or something, but I guess I just forgot.
Very convenient.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So no, okay. So he's gonna come out of the Harbinger and just, after searching everything he can think of for signs of what happened, who survived, and whatnot.
You want Devin to beat up the ship in the tree, Captain? Would that make you feel better?
Nah, leave it here.
Alright. Real, you didn't find anything?
Not a thing.
Alright. Well, I'm sure it was an emotional experience for you. I'm here for you, bud. Just letting you know.
I appreciate that, but no, we go onward. We have a job to do.
Aye.
Parashar, lead the way.
And you don't know where Parashar is anymore. He's totally disappeared. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
but we
So
can't see you.
Yes, Parashar.
Can't see me, and then out of nowhere, the tree appears to rustle and move, and then he walks out, almost like we're walking through the trees again. He walks out of the tree, leaves and soot and mud fall off of him, and he starts walking the direction of the lost city again.
Oh shit! Scared the hell out of me. But
Thought he was Wanti for a second. So we're walking, and we're walking,
and
Give me a second, man. Jeez,
no,
you guys are making some fast progress now.
I'm not. I didn't mean to pick on you, Zach. No.
So you guys are able to continue travel at a normal pace through the jungles, leaving the wreck of the Harbinger behind you. As you travel, you sense the forest has become devoid of life.
can't say much care for that. Downright unnerving.
Ooh, there's a couple places like this on Earth. Is there literally like we're walking before and you hear like birds chirp and animals and rustling and whatnot, and then just suddenly absolute dead silence?
Pretty much, yep.
Oh yeah, that's haunting.
The jungle is still sweltering hot. You are surrounded by silence and trees. About a half day passes. You guys had arrived at the tribe at night, so we'll say you were traveling by night. And it is getting even hotter now as the sun rises and you make your way through the jungles of Chult. As day begins to, as morning comes, you guys have the option of altering your pace, stopping to rest, continuing your travels. What would you like to do?
We need to rest every other day to avoid exhaustion. I think it was that.
24 hours, and currently about 12 hours have passed. So you can potentially
Onward.
travel for another half day.
I'm just gonna briefly talk about aiming for 23 and then rest.
All right.
Y'all think we should slow down for this area? It seems like there's a lot of potential for bad things to happen. Just like, I don't know, I'm getting a foreboding feeling. But, no pressure. Just a thought.
Arshar will comment, "Let it come." Whoa,
That's no
look at
star
that.
goddess.
Blazing a trail.
Each of you can make a perception check at normal pace, not fast pace, so just perception checks.
Well, we're a very perceptive group today.
Oh my god, I said all that muted.
Oh no.
Well, maybe it's for the best. It was probably stupid.
Fake news.
It's us you're talking to, you realize, right?
Sorry, stand by just a moment.
Were you
You
talking to
guys
me?
hear?
Yeah, Matt.
What did I miss? What do you mean? Yeah, I know I'm
Oh,
talking to you.
You
I
all
said a whole
hear?
bunch muted.
I know. Sorry.
You all hear voices in the direction you are approaching. They are very loud. You hear like booming voices, but you're not yet close enough to make out what they're saying.
Immediately slow pace and then attempt to be very cautious and stealthy.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
All right, stealth checks.
I might hang back just in case.
Woof. Oh no!
Ryan, put all your jewelry and your weapons, tape it down or something.
Jangling and clanking and kick. No, well, Pip isn't doing much better. Pip and I are having a loud conversation.
Like I was saying, I was like, maybe I'll just hang back because I don't want to be the one that gets us busted, but
But you're not.
but I'm not.
No, we're
I
having
don't
a
think you
loud
have to worry about
conversation,
that.
but you decided to hang back. Julian went forward, but he's still yelling. Where did you find that book anyway? Handing out thick tomes of anarchist literature. You just got copies coming out your ears.
And I'm so disappointed that I didn't find anything at the Harbinger.
I want to respond, but well, ultimately, I'm doing the art for the book is the thing.
Sorry, stand by. And as you're approaching, you do hear these loud, booming voices. Droofy, we've been out in this jungle for months. Where's Simber? Shut up, fools. I hear something.
At that, I'm pretty sure all of us stop instantly dead in our tracks. At least I will.
Simber, friends of yours?
And Artis has a look of horror on his face.
Okay, so not friends. Decidedly unfriendly characters.
Maki, go out, see what it is. And the earth shakes a little from giant steps approaching your direction.
I hide. I motion for others to hide. And now I don't think I have enough time. I will put myself up against a tree opposite of where that noise is coming from and attempt to start doing hide in plain sight, which I don't think I'll have enough time, but I'm gonna try.
I guess given my crit fail stealth check, my attempt at hiding is to pick up a twig and just hold it in front of my face.
Yeah, I did a bad stealth check. Pip is mistakenly going to try and negotiate.
So you guys get another stealth check. This is, they heard you. Now
Okay.
they're going to try and see you. Or Maki is, apparently.
All right, well, take two, I guess. Woof. Okay.
So it's important that do I hide in plain sight or not? It takes 1 minute
I don't
to
know.
reach. It takes 1 minute to reach hide. Well, you need to tell me how long is he walking? Because it takes 1 minute to reach hide in plain sight.
It takes 1 minute to cast that spell.
It's not a spell. It's more like an ability.
But it takes a minute to do.
Yeah, 60
So
seconds.
I assume
You
that's
do not. You do not have a minute.
Nope, I didn't think so. Okay, so let's roll. Just roll with what we got. Jesus.
You guys are in your hiding places. When your hiding places, you hear the footsteps get closer. And the trees you're hiding from are ripped from the ground. As you see a giant standing multiple stories tall, 50 feet tall, rip trees aside, rip vines aside, looking down at all of you with a giant red beard, dark, ashen skin, huge iron armor, the plates the size of a horse on it. And you hear what must be Maki's voice. I found something, Droopy! And then Simber looks up at them, and you hear Maki say, It's Simber! And pull out this giant sword, 60 feet long, and go crashing down with it directly on Artist Simber.
Oh my god.
Well,
Do we have to
at
dive
least
to
we
get
got
out
to
of the
know.
way, or what?
I mean, we're rolling
What's
initiative
that?
probably.
What'd you say? What happens next?
Do we dive out of the way? Like, what's...
Well, I'm pretty
Let's
sure
find
he's gonna
out.
die, and then we're rolling initiative.
So it's too late for us to do anything about the sword crashing down. Yeah.
No, we could do a movie. We could do like, wait! They always stop in the movies.
I can't attempt to kick it out of the way.
Well, hey, how about this, my friend? Instead of that, a sword, how about instead of something else?
How about we all have some chicken?
Do you see a map, or is it all black?
Let me...
It is not all
I see a
black.
map
Oh yeah, there's a
with
map.
a colossal token.
It's dark, but it's not...
That's a big
Oh,
boy.
I see it now.
So you should be able to click on a token and roll initiative.
Oh, no.
Oh, wait.
Bear
Wait.
with me, Daddy
Sorry,
King.
I always do this. I gotta check my turn order. Okay. Initiative 6. See if this works. Hold on those initiative checks.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm the worst, guys. Stand by.
You're mediocre. Don't feel too bad.
There we go. Okay, it worked. You all should see a turn order. Pip, you got a 6. The rest of you can roll initiative now.
There's no initiative.
You have to. You have to click on your token.
I am clicking on my token.
Uh-oh.
And then
you might have to use the one on your character sheet then.
Oh. Okay. Well, that's handy. Nothing.
And Parashar will need an initiative check from you. Matt, if you're able to roll initiative. I mean, I rolled for you and I got a natural 20, so there you go.
We
Well,
needed
then
that.
why are
Thank
you asking?
I was waiting for you, gosh dang it.
I
Couldn't wait. I
apologize.
got impatient.
Okay. I tried to say I'm changing a diaper, poopy diaper, before I left. I'm still putting on
No
pants.
worries.
His pants.
You're just lucky I was lucky. Parashar, the sword is coming down. It is going to hit Artist Simber, who I'll get a token on the map for here right now. What would you like to do?
As a free action, I'm gonna say wait. And some creature in the woods also screams it too. It's a weird little creature that likes to mimic everything that you say.
That was Mushareeb.
So anything happen with the free action right away? If not, then I will continue my turn.
Oh no, the sword's coming down. What do you want to do?
So let me take stock of what's going on where I am, because I usually want to close the distance, but I can see Droofy there, 2 wolves, and that's where I am. Okay. Oh, I wish it wasn't first. So a giant. Do they have another class such as Fey or Fiend?
This is giant. It is a type. Huge
Okay.
giant.
Okay. So I know what I'm gonna do baseline, but is there anything I can do to save somebody's life who's about to get murdered? Oh yes, I think fighting style. If I do Sentinel, maybe. Speed becomes 0 the rest of the turn. No, that's not gonna do it. No, that's just gonna get me a free attack. I'm trying to save somebody's life here. That's what I'm working for. I can hit him, that's easy, but what do I got that can save a guy from getting literally hit by a comet?
Yeah, and I think what I'm going to do is rule that this is somewhere between the first round and a surprise round. You only have seconds to decide.
Okay then. So I'm going to transform into my large state. So I become large, and then I am. The terrain underneath him becomes difficult terrain. I am going to use my reaction to get an attack against him because he's attacking somebody within 5 feet of me.
Okay.
And let me do my attack. So roll for hit is where? Halberd. This one, I think. That to hit? I think it's to hit. And then I can push the halberd thing for the damage. Was a 20, I think, to hit?
That will hit.
Okay. And then I'm going to roll for damage. Oh, just trucking it. So that's an 8.
8 damage?
Yes.
Okay.
Now I do give. I forget. I give people around me healing or a temporary shield, and I'm trying to remember where that is. It's not under Polearm. It might be under Primeval Guardian.
So
No.
this giant is 50 feet tall, and as the sword is coming down, Parashar turns into his tree form, growing large, and sticks his halberd out, which kind of like pokes him in the arm, and he goes, "That tickles," as the sword keeps falling down. You've dealt 8 damage. He has 248 left.
Yep.
My fucking god. And he's got all his friends behind him.
Yeah, so that was the free action. Or no, that's my reaction. So the next thing I can do is I can attack, and I will attack with my regular auto. So here comes my regular attack.
That'll hit.
Spells. Oh wait, no, hold on. Can I retcon that? I forgot I have spells. I'm just
Sure.
rushed here.
I know, it's a surprise round. The sword is coming down.
So I'm going to try to entangle him, assuming that restrained is different from difficult terrain.
Yes, restrained means they can't take actions except to break their restraint, and your allies have advantage on their attacks, etc.
All right, we're definitely going to try that. So this
Okay.
is succeed in a strength saving throw or be restrained until the spell ends. A creature restrained by the plants. Just post it.
Thank you.
Concentration. Spell save DC. So against my spell save DC, which is 14. So he's got a strength check. He's probably got this in the bag. Worth a shot.
Definitely.
That's the only thing I can do that can maybe stop this guy from becoming a crater. What's the rule on the
It's
same
actually a
one?
low roll for him. Oh, did he have to beat a 14?
He has to beat a 14.
So I believe the D&D rule is that a tie, it goes to the roller. So he just succeeds in breaking these restraints.
No. Okay. Darn.
Vibes. All right. Do you have any movement or bonus? Oh, you can't move. Do you have any bonus actions you want to take?
Yeah, I've got a couple spells that are bonus actions.
You can only cast a cantrip because you've already cast a spell by D&D rules.
Well, that's a nope. Yep. So I'm done.
Okay. The wolves go leaping across. These giant wolves about the size of a horse go leaping across this small break in the jungle. And one of them comes up to Simber and starts barking and growling and snapping at him, using the help action so that the fire giant can deal more damage or gain advantage on its attack. The other wolf leaps to the giant's side. The other side, we'll say.
So I'm going to attack
Flanking
that
him.
wolf.
Okay.
And that's the only one I can hit. But the one on the right of me, that's closest, I can definitely hit him. And I get the attack from my fighting style, Tunnel Fighter. So I can make an opportunity attack with.
I think you had to get into the fighting style, correct?
Yeah, I thought I entered my Tunnel Fighter stance as a bonus action.
I asked you if you want to take a bonus action. You said you had no spells, but I'll allow it.
Thank you. Yeah. So entering my Tunnel Fighter stance, when a creature comes within 5 feet of my.
Sure.
Yep. So attack. His speed also drops to 0. That's
as part of your sentinel thing.
Yep.
Okay.
Probably a miss there. It's an 11.
11 does miss.
Darn. So then, if I don't hit him, I think his speed doesn't drop to 0.
Actually, I think it's either way, but I will let you tell me.
When you hit a creature with an opportunity attack, the creature speed becomes 0 for the rest of the turn. But
okay.
No.
All right. The frost giant on the other side makes some lumbering steps in your guys' direction as this is all happening.
Do you take into account difficult terrain?
How far out from you does it go?
It says 30 feet, but I don't know if that's diameter or if that's literally like 60 diameter. Let me see. This is part of rooted defense within 30 feet of you. It is difficult terrain for your enemies. And I'll be right back. The pizza guy's here. Bye.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
All right, and that frost giant is slowed down.
Mm-hmm.
As it's running, it picks up one of the small trees and chucks it at Artist Simber.
God damn, Simber, you really pissed these folks off.
And he cries out, "Give us the ring of winter, Simber!" And the tree goes sailing over Artist's head.
The ring of what?
Ring of winter, he says as he chucks a boulder at Simber. Meanwhile, the fire giant's sword lands on Artist Simber.
And then...
and he gets to deal a lot of damage.
Oh. Well, that's rude of him.
23.
Woof.
Simber takes the sword in the shoulder, planted in the ground as blood starts oozing out from him, and he just somehow
he's pretty stern stuff, man.
Somehow he is still alive. And then the fire giant picks up his sword and does the same thing again with advantage. Oh, I suppose I could use this handy button over here. Sorry, stand by. And this time, Simber rolls to the side, the sword making a small slash crater in the earth. Shimber! Musharib looks at you all and retreats behind Devin.
I would do the same.
Yeah, good job, Mushri. Keep it up.
Keep yourself safe, comrade.
Julian.
I should get a hit against that other giant
Okay.
because he's
You
within
can
15
take
feet.
2 hits.
2 hits? Is
So
that
you
one
get
or
1 hit against the frost giant and 1 hit against the fire giant.
The fire giant attacked again?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It just attacked Artist Cinder, yep.
Twice.
Oh, okay, so then yeah, 2 hits.
Oh yeah, you already took your attack against him, but he did attack twice. So yeah,
Yes, if
you
he
get 2 attacks.
attacks again, I get an opportunity attack.
Mm-hmm.
No, it sounds like you have one already. Because he attacked twice. Right?
So the frost giant attacks once, he threw a boulder, and the fire giant you took 1 of your opportunity attacks against. So Parashar, you get 2 attacks against 2 different targets.
Okay, so let me roll those. So that'll be the fire and the frost then. Here we go.
Yep.
Roll the hit.
All right, you can roll damage on both of those. And the first one will be the fire, 5. And the second one, a 12 against the frost giant. Bringing the frost giant to 194 and the fire giant to 243.
Nice.
Julian Alvari, it is your turn.
All right. Well, I'm going to channel some Tobey Maguire here, and I'm going to get some dirt in your eye. So I'm going to pop Running Wind and Naruto run up the sword to the fire giant's face.
Fuck yeah.
And I'm gonna stab him directly in the eye with
Okay.
with Raven Wing.
Nice.
Oh shit. And I'm gonna use let's see. I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna burn a superiority die to use precision attack and add a D10 to sure would have been nice to have advantage on that one, but you know.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a 22 to hit now.
That will hit. So as you're running up the sword, he brings up his other hand to block you, and you attack with the Raven Wing, and then flip over his arm and do another attack against his face, your precision attack.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love it.
And yes, that'll be 18.
13 and 9 is 22, yeah?
No. I think the 13 and the extra damage dice are assuming I got that crit.
Oh, okay, yeah, you got it. So 18, thank you.
I mean, if you want to knock off 4 HP, I'm not gonna cry.
Yeah. You should get something for honesty. Inspiration.
I'll take it.
I think that's the first time I've given out inspiration.
It is. I've been trying.
Terrible at that. Yeah, I'm terrible at that. All right. I think you've got some more attacks.
I
something
do.
else to do?
I have 3 more attacks actually. I'm gonna burn my offhand again, right in his eye. That's probably gonna miss.
Correct. Yeah.
Let's see. Then another with Raven Wing. There we go.
That'll
27
hit.
should hit. And then I'm gonna switch to my Wyvern Poison Longbow and attempt to Legolas him in the eye with a poison arrow.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's a short sword. That's different. No, wrong one. Wrong one. That one.
You attempt to Legolas him in the eye, and he brings up his hand, blocking the arrow. Toothpick!
I will see how you feel about toothpicks here shortly. So, let's see. That was my fourth attack. I think that's all I got.
Yep. Are you going to stay on his person, or do you jump to the ground?
I'm going to stay on his person. I'm going to be
Okay.
right up in his grill.
Sure. And what would you like your Triceratops to do?
Gore himself a wolf. Yeah, let me grab
You want to do it? Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
Don't forget you can hold shift and double click on a token and it'll
Indeed.
bring up the sheet.
Technology. All right.
Oh, unfortunately, that is a miss.
Lame. But all right. So, Devin.
You guys see Simber pick himself up off the ground. Of course, we had to run into the giants. And he holds up his hand, and a ring materializes on his hand and flashes snow and blue energy, and a cone of cold shoots out from his hands at the fire giant.
Oh shit, maybe I should have jumped down.
Nice. And point blank range. Julian, you do have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Oof.
What'd you get?
I got a 17 because running wind gave me a advantage on dexterity. Oh, acrobatics check specifically. Okay.
You do have inspo.
I do have inspo. I'm gonna use it.
To take a 17 or to roll again, your choice.
I'm gonna take the 17.
All right, 17 is the number you needed to beat Artist Simber's Ring of Winter.
Yeah,
you take 17 cold damage, half the usual amount.
All right.
The giant takes 35. Ice shards come out from the ring on Artist's hand.
Watch where you're aiming that thing, you goddamned idiot.
He goes, sorry, I panicked. Pip, at the beginning of your turn, you hear the voice of Dagon in your ears. And he says, Pip, Hold out your hands.
What happened to your accent?
Yeah. I've done too many today. He says, hey, Pip, hold out your hands there, bub. A vision crosses your mind, Pip. Within the Feywild, in the lush lands that were once the Blightwood, Dagon stands at the base of the world tree Alvatrod. Immediately next to you, standing not taller than your knee, is a small spirit of nature. It has a black body and a white mask with a symbol of an iron heart on its forehead, a snake symbol for one eye, the order of the gauntlet fist for the other. Dagon, you have come to learn this creature is a Chwinga, and the speechless creature has led you here. As you approach, you see the form of a dryad walk out from the world tree Alvatrod to greet you. Before you, Dagon, is the young dryad Sierra. She appears as a girl with green skin, possum fur covering her chest and waist, her elbows and knees, ankles and wrists. She has a long possum tail, mousy possum ears, whiskers, and a childlike face with glittering green eyes, an unnatural mix of wisdom, sorrow, and innocence. Born from the heart of the dryad Persia, when you and the Ironhearts defeated Fenthras and restored the world tree Alvatrod, this is the first time you've seen her since. Dagon Lochthwain, thank you for meeting me. I know you worry for your friends in Midgard, and without the ley lines, you have no way of traversing the shadow roads to reunite with them there. But fate has kept your connection to the one Pip Ponderowski, and in a way, you were always with them. Remain strong. You know that they have been beset by death and despair. That is the cycle of things. And where there is death, there also comes rebirth. The mother dryad has asked me to deliver a gift to you, and I ask you to deliver it to your friend in Chult. Pip, you feel the presence of Dagon as magic and fate materialize something in your hands. Within Midgard's jungle, appearing in your hand is what at first seems to be an iron acorn. But upon closer inspection, you recognize it has a slow heartbeat. This is a very small dryad heart. Emblazoned on it, you see many runes and symbols. The Ironheart symbol, Lieutenant Rel's dog tag insignia, the fist of the Order of the Gauntlet, and an Amatsin snake among them. Pip, as you hold this artifact in your hands, the rest of the Ironhearts can't help but look. The whole battlefield seems to move in slow motion as a small heartbeat begins to beat more rapidly from it. Ironwood vines and roots falls to the ground. You all witness the birth of a bipedal creature made of ironwood, its roots interweaving into two legs, its trunk springing branches like arms, vines wrapping the humanoid in armor, its growing face protruding antlers, its face a morphing recreation of first Amatzin the snake, then Undril the priestess, then the dragonborn Lieutenant Rel, before taking the form of this new creature, this reincarnation of the souls needed to spawn it. You all hear the voice of Shiva in your minds, the clockwork goddess you last heard at Undril's ritual in the igloo. IronheartS, with great personal sacrifice, you have returned Undril to the cycle of life and death. And now finally she returns to the cycle of rebirth. My child, born in shadow and bramble, your mother is the queen of dryads who sends her love from the Feywild. Your father is the forest itself who will always protect you. These are your brothers and sisters. They will need you to guide them, to love them. And in turn, they will do the same for you. Rise, Nerothera, and deliver the Ironhearts from the evil that lies within the tomb of annihilation. And that is where we are going to end tonight's session. And hopefully
No.
Sean will be able to join us with his new character.
Oh! Damn.
Right on time.
Very nice.
That was awesome.
A-. Gotta give room to approve.
Hey, I agree. Wheat.
Yeah. Thanks for a well-run session, Zach, and a fun season.
Holy crap! Yeah.
We're all kind of sitting here in shock, but
yeah,
great session. Great session, everyone. That was a blast, and thank you all for checking us out, for watching. Anybody who's still there with us at this point, that was a wild ride. Yeah.
What a finale.
Yeah, I hope we earned a like and a follow. The next IronheartS live broadcast will be August 14th. So it'll be a while, but we'll see you again, friends. I'm Captain Zach, GM for the IronheartS. Our other Nerdcrafty productions will also be taking a summer break. Weston?
Weston Leiball, actor, artist, musician, shocked human being, Pip Ponderoski, Dagan Lockthwain, Chris Strangle. Great session. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Ryan, guy who works in an office, and Julian Alvari.
Matt, the tree guy.
Oh, happy Pride, everybody.
Indeed.
Yeah. We're going to get it by any means, baby. Fuck the law.
Amen.
Yeah. Happy birthday to Ronnie, indeed.
Happy birthday, Ronnie. Thanks again, Sam, for everything you do.
Including putting up the Happy Birthday Ronnie banner at the bottom of the screen.
What? Awesome.
Guys got to watch our own stream. There's cool stuff going on.
I got technical difficulties. I always watch it after. But maybe we'll have that fixed by next quote-unquote season.
On the next episode.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. Yeah.
See
See you next time, friends. Yep, month and a half.
Bye.
Bye.